So right now I'm in the booming metropolis of Beeton, Ontario, and we're heading west, just coming into downtown. Just showed one of my commercial properties, spent the entire morning at that property showing, so that would be nice to get sold. Here we go. It's a very old downtown. There's the Muddy Water on the left-hand side. That's a famous tavern. And old fire hall and town hall and arena. Beautiful old houses along Main Street. We're coming up to a church on the right hand side, Presbyterian Church. There's another church, no longer a church, turned into a home. And we're almost outside of Beeton now. So Beeton isn't terribly big, but there's lots of development going on. So we'll head from Beeton to Alliston, so we have to go a little bit further west and then straight north up the Tottenham Road. And I'll take you by the Honda plant. Gorgeous day out. So if we kept going west, that would take us through Loretto and on to Hockley Valley. But we're not going to go that way, we're going to go north. So this is the Tottenham Road. If we had gone the other direction, south, that would have taken us into Tottenham and down to Highway 9. But instead we're going to go north and right into Alliston, right by the Honda plant. I'll point out some highlights. So just up here, if you look kind of to the right, you can see up on the hill there's a bridge, and that bridge is one of the last remaining wooden bridges. Cars can go across it. That's the only way to go across the 9th line. It goes across the rail line, and we're coming up to the rail line here. And this is the one that goes through Alliston and out to Vancouver eventually. So this next stretch of road, this is prime agricultural lands, and so you've got potato, and you've also got sod being grown here. Occasionally you'll see a field of corn or a field of wheat, and that's just to rotate the crops, so it gives some nourishment back to the land, because potatoes take a ton of nutrients out of the soil to grow them. It can be very hard on the land. A lot of this land now is irrigated, so you'll see irrigation ditches throughout, and there'll be large pivots, not right here, but when we get a little bit further towards Alliston, you'll see large pivots in the fields, and that's for irrigating the potatoes. So straight ahead, and we're going to pass right by them, these are all storages for potatoes. So years ago it was Salada owned a lot of these, but now they're privately owned. A lot of money tied up in storage. Nice flat land. This is considered the Nottawasaga Valley. So this is very sandy soil, and allows for really good drainage. So when you have a rainstorm, you don't see water laying on the land for very long. It gets absorbed very quickly through the sand. So there's potato storages there, and straight ahead. And these guys up here, they run a trucking company. They haul for some of the stuff they haul is for Honda. Again, more very flat land, ideal for potatoes. So we're going across the Nottawasaga River here. And that eventually, if you stayed on that, that would eventually take you all the way up to Wasaga Beach. So we're just outside of Alliston now. Getting very close to Honda. So when Honda came to town, they needed more land, and so they closed off the old Tottenham Road north of here to build buildings. So straight ahead of us is Honda, part of Honda, and so they had to reroute County Road 10, or Tottenham Road, and so they built what's called the Industrial Parkway. So that's Honda directly in front of us, but Honda stretches a very large area. So there's plant 1, there's plant 2, there's the engine plant. And I'll show you when we go across here. On the left-hand side of the road, after we make the turn, you'll see long, low buildings, and that's Simcoe Parts Service. And that's where the trucks come in from all over Ontario and northern US. And they cross-dock, so they unload the trucks, and then they reload and take the parts over as they're required to the plant, because they don't have enough storage over at the plant, so they have to store them. It's what's called just in time. So the parts literally are here for, in some cases, maybe a day before they actually get used in a vehicle, but it's just in time. So it's very important that the trucks keep flowing. Well, police have caught somebody in their smart car. Wow. Somebody's zipping right along in their smart car. Huh. Never seen one of that before. Anyway, there's Simcoe Parts Service. You can't see very much of Honda because they've got these big berms, but every now and again you'll get a glimpse of it. There you go. And they even have a test track here. So after they produce the car, they take it out on the test track just to make sure that everything is as it should be before they get shipped. And then they have a staging area back there where they load all the rail cars. And a lot of the cars end up shipped out by rail, either to the US or to far parts of Canada. They have a training facility right up here for Honda. There it is there. Here's the main rail line again. We keep zigzagging back and forth over the rail line. Here's Gibson Transport. They have the main account for Honda parts. They've got 400 trucks on the road. So if you drive along here, you'll see all their trucks lined up. And this is just a portion of what they've got. There are all their trucks, or some of their trucks. A lot of them are out today. That's good. That's a good sign. Don't like to see trucks sitting still. It means they're not working, they're not making money. So we're just coming into Alliston. We're coming from the south. So all these buildings here have something to do with Honda and Gibson Transport. This is where they store some of the parts, and they do some rework on some. There's our fire department. My old school, not much of it left. They're not going to knock it down, but anyway, my old public school is there to the left, in behind these houses. So main street's dead ahead. Very close to my office. This street's Albert Street, so this is one of the main streets in Alliston too. Some nice old homes. Some of the houses aren't as well taken care of as they should be, but I like to see old homes. If they're gonna remain old homes, I like to see them in good repair, well cared for. Here's our town office up here on the right hand side. Go in there quite often for planning information. My office is to the left, but we're going to bypass that and we're going to go along the main street. Oh, no police officer, he just ran a yellow. So we're just coming up to, I think you saw this on the other video, this is my old high school right there on the right. And that one eventually will be replaced.